Senator J.D. Vance. Senator, great to see you. How are you?
Good. How are
you getting ready for your debate?
Yeah. Got a lot of pointers this evening.
Okay. All right. Let's get your overall take. I think the thing that's frustrating to me and a lot of people, well, number one, I think 3-on-1 was a little frustrating.
Yeah.
Number two, the topics that are so relevant, the radical positions that she's taken.
Sure.
When I first interviewed you, the first interview you did,
yep,
when you were vice president, when you announced to be the candidate, I asked you every hard question, and you answered every one of them. And I kept you longer because it was supposed to be 10 minutes. I kept you 30. I was being very nice. And so all these radical positions she's taken, still no answers. We have not moved the ball an inch. It is frustrating.
It is frustrating, and the moderators, I think, did a terrible job of following up on that. But look, I think President Trump did a good job at reminding the American people that this is a person who wanted to ban fracking. Here we are in Pennsylvania. She supported banning fracking. She supported defunding the police. She supported opening the border. And I think that though the moderators didn't do their job, I think President Trump did do his job in reminding the American people that she has taken a number of radical positions that, as he joked, she's run away from. Now she's acting like Donald Trump. She's about to put on a MAGA hat because she realizes,
by the way,
that
was a pretty good line.
It was my favorite moment of the debate. But she is a radical who is trying to run towards Donald Trump's positions because she knows that's what's popular, but it's not what she actually believes. And I think that if you go to her performance, Sean, the most striking part of it is if you actually listen to what she said, it was platitude after slogan. There was no substance. How is she going to lower grocery prices for American citizens?
Rehearse, cliched,
yes,
use everything that you want to say. And the bottom line is fundamental. I hate Trump.
That's exactly right. And also, look, both of them have records. That's what's different about this election, almost any other election of my lifetime. You have two people with a record. Donald Trump is proud of his record. Kamala Harris is running away from her record because her record is higher grocery prices, homes that are unaffordable, a wide open southern border, rising fentanyl deaths. This is happening because of her failed leadership. And all we need to remind the American people of, and I think Donald Trump did a great job of this tonight, is the reason why these problems happen is because Kamala Harris failed to do her job. Well, she's running a campaign based on vibes, and she's running from
vibes. What the hell is a vibe? Are we in the 60s?
It feels like it sometimes. I feel like watching Kamala Harris like I've taken some psychedelics. But look, she is a total disaster, Sean, and she runs away from her record. This is the most striking thing is if you're the vice president, you've been in power for 3.5 years. Is she running by saying, look what we did to lower your grocery prices. Look what we did to make the world more secure.
She can't.
She can't because her record is one of failure. And we just have to remind the American people of this, Sean. I mean, look, I think if you watch the debate, you're sitting at home, you're an undecided voter, what you saw is a person who repeats slogans instead of respecting you enough to treat you like an adult.
Let me ask you this, because I think this is very important. So with 56 days, but we have early voting. We're 1 week away where early voting starts here in Pennsylvania. You're spending a lot of time in Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania.
Sure.
And one has to wonder, you know, to what extent has her past statements and radical positions penetrated the consciousness of the American people?
Look, I think they've penetrated a little bit, and it's our job over the remaining 56 days of the campaign. You're right, early voting starts in just a couple of weeks. It's our job to make it penetrate.
In a week.
John, we have to do this every single day. We have to remind the American people of what she said. Look, this is not complicated. We just have to tell the truth. Kamala Harris wanted to ban fracking. She wanted to defund the police. She said it all on video. We just have to remind people of what she said. And by the way, Sean, it's not just reminding people what she said. It's reminding what Donald Trump did and has plans to do again. We had prosperity, we had peace, we had the American dream that started to feel alive again thanks to Donald Trump's leadership. Sean, you know I believe this. I think we've got the best workers, the best history and cultural traditions in the world. We've got the best natural resources in the most beautiful country. We have got failed leadership that is ruining our great inheritance as a country. We just need better leadership. It's that simple. Good to see you, man.
Senator, good to see you. Appreciate it.